So far, we've covered a considerable number of important deities that make appearances in the Cthulhu Mythos. However, there is one entity in particular that many of you have been requesting for quite some time. In today's video, we will be exploring Shub-niggurath, also known as the Black Goat in the Woods with 1,000 Young. Shub-niggurath is an entity originally mentioned by Lovecraft but further expanded on by subsequent authors and contributors to the mythos. She first appeared in the story titled The Last Test in 1928, but Lovecraft never fully explained or developed her. Most of her description and lore come from authors like August Derleth, Robert Bloch, Ramsey Campbell, and others. Describing Shub-niggurath's appearance is a bit challenging. She is essentially a massive, grotesque mass of black goo from which protrude numerous goat legs, flailing black tentacles, and mouths oozing blood and slime. These mouths continuously birth small creatures, earning her the title of a deity of fertility, albeit a far more grotesque one than traditional mythological fertility deities. The origin of the name Shub-niggurath is influenced by Lord Dunsany, an author who inspired Lovecraft's works. It is likely that Shub-niggurath is a reference to a character named Shub-niggurath in Dunsany's Dreamer's Tales. Shub-niggurath is also associated with the wild and untamed aspects of nature. In terms of her position in the mythos' complex family tree, Shub-niggurath is considered one of the oldest deities, preceded only by Azathoth and followed by the Nameless Mist and the Unnamed Darkness. Shub-niggurath is considered a child of the darkness, and Yog-Sothoth himself is descended from the Nameless Mist. Shub-niggurath is believed to be both the mate and wife of Yog-Sothoth, potentially making her one of the mothers of the Great Old Ones, including Cthulhu, and the grandmother of Cthulhu, the Great Dreamer. It is also believed that Shub-niggurath mated with the king in yellow, Hastur, producing various creatures, the most well-known being the 1,000 Young, also known as the Dark Young. These entities resemble their mother, consisting of tentacles as black as night and standing on stumpy hoof legs like rotting trees in a dying forest. The Dark Young emit a foul odor resembling an open grave and can often be found in woodlands where their mother's cult has an active following. They can act as avatars or mouthpieces for Shub-niggurath, accepting sacrifices on her behalf. There is a ritual in the Book of Ibn that summons a Dark Young through a blood offering. The victim must be sacrificed over a stone altar deep in the woodlands during the darkest phase of the moon. The Dark Young then manifest to devour the offering intended for their mother. The direct interaction between Shub-niggurath and her cults is not clearly mentioned, possibly due to the lack of knowledge about her current location. It is widely believed that she resides deep beneath the surface of the planet Yuggoth. Another theory suggests a distinction between Shub-niggurath and the Black Goat, claiming that they are two separate entities. The Black Goat, referred to as the Lord of the Woods and the Whisperer in Darkness, is seen as a male figure and associated with the Greek god of the wild, Pan. This theory posits that the Black Goat is the personification of Pan, who in turn is the earthly avatar of Shub-niggurath, with whom he breeds. Various groups worship Shub-niggurath, including the Hyperborean Xena, an ancient race from the far north, and the humans of the city Sarnath, among others. Alien species like the Migo and the Nagas also worship her. It is believed that consuming Shub-niggurath's milk mutates those who drink it into grotesque creatures, which some of her followers see as the ultimate goal. Shub-niggurath is not only a part of Lovecraft's writings, but also appears in the works of other authors. Stephen King, for instance, has referenced her several times in novels like Revival and Crouch End. Terry Pratchett, known for his humorous take on Lovecraftian elements, also incorporated Shub-niggurath in his books. In terms of her role in the mythos, it is difficult to ascertain, and perhaps that is intentional. To me, she embodies the concept of a dark and twisted Earth Mother of cosmic horror. What are your thoughts on Shub-niggurath? Share them in the comments below. As always, I'm Mythology and Fiction Explained, your host.